For you, what have you noticed is the power or the connection with the horses and the clients that you do have and come and do the equine therapy? What about that connection and that process is so healing for someone who is struggling with an eating disorder? A lot of times, they're disconnected from their body and the world, and the connection I know you mentioned is so powerful. So what about that process?
Well, the process that I really see a lot in my clients is that they, a lot of times people with eating disorders are very numb. They're numbed out to any kind of emotions and feelings and things like that. So when you're around the horses, you have to be present. You have to be aware of what's going on in your environment. You have to, just be very mindful. And so I've had a lot of clients actually come out and say, that when they're around the horse, it's actually the first time that they've felt in weeks.
Wow.
You can actually, you feel the connection and you feel the love that the horse, is putting out there. And, a lot of it's just energetic,
For anybody who maybe, I know for me, when we talked personally, I've never been around horses a lot. So it can be a little intimidating or scary. How do you kind of get clients to feel comfortable or kind of let their guards down to kind of open up? Does it take some time, or?
Well, I think that kind of depends on the person.
Yeah.
If you come out for equine therapy, you have to want to be there, right?
Yeah.
And depending on, from my experience, where a person's at in their recovery, if they're still really new and they're kind of resistant, maybe not wanting to be in treatment or kind of fighting it, they're not going to be as open as somebody who has kind of accepted that, recovery is really their path and they're kind of a little bit more solid in it. They're going to be a little bit more open. So it's kind of individual in that respect. But what I do first is that I always introduce the horse to the person. You walk up to the horse and the horse will sniff you, kind of get an idea of who you are, and they do that by scent.
Yeah.
And they can actually talk to it and, kind of stroke it and pet it. And then, most importantly, before any of that, I'll go over safety things to watch out for, which I think, it actually really helps ease the anxiety about being around the horse. But I think that, a person has to want that connection, and, if they are open to exploring it, then it kind of just happens naturally.